Hello to my Pisces. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading, Pisces. This is a bonus video as requested. A lot of people are starting to request bonus videos, right? So it's cool. It's no problem whatsoever. I will be putting other videos up on the membership side, but here we go. Bonus video. We are closing out a cycle. I understand people are getting antsy as we get closer and closer to the end of a cycle. And we start a new cycle on the 2nd of September, a new moon in Virgo, right? So, yeah. So start thinking. If you feel appreciated, you're around some energies that can't duplicate your compassion, Pisces. That's what you're known for, your compassion. So let's get into it. Let's see. I'm talking to you whoever Pisces is in your birth chart. Yeah, let's see what sets you apart from every other Pisces on planet Earth, and also what sets you apart from the other human race, on planet Earth. Let's get into it, Pisces. Let's go. Let's see what's in your cards. First card out of the deck is the Five of Cups. Yeah. Somebody is starting to look back over their past and just start seeing how dark things have gotten ever since your soulmate kind of sort of went away, right? Your soulmate is an energy. Here we have the Five of Cups. Your soulmate is an energy that was not poisonous to you. They would not give your soul anything that they wouldn't have that would make things better for you, right? Soulmate energy. Like if your soul hurt, their soul hurt. They just knew what you needed at the time. So somebody is really missing their soulmate. Your soulmate could be your mom, your dad, your kid, your adult kids. It could be a favorite cousin, a sibling. Your souls are connected, right? That's where people's soul tribe, soul community come from. It's like I know my friend isn't doing well, and it may not even be anything sexual, right? Soulmate, right? Your souls are connected, right? You feel what they feel when they're going through things. So right now somebody is looking back at the past and they're just like, wow, I miss my soulmate. And so their soul is hurting, and you may be picking up on it too. And so sources keeping you busy by working. And it could be because they're in a very toxic geographical location. Remember, water is shaped and guided by the earth that holds and surrounds it. So you're a hardworking person, and so are they, right? But the difference is that you may have put a manhole cover over your past. Here we have the Ace of Pentacles here. And also the Page of Swords here, and then also the King of Cups here. The difference is that you may have gotten away from a master manipulator, right? They may be still connected to one. That's the difference, right? And as compassionate as you are, you're trusting source, like you're going in, like you're remaining cool, calm, and collected. So if it's your kids, you can feel like they're around a master manipulator, right? The only thing I can tell somebody is because a new partnership is forming here, and sources want to keep you busy working, Pisces. And I tell you that your anxiety is going to be going away because you have a lot of ideas about what's going on under a master manipulator, a shark, in other words. And so you're remaining cool, calm, and collected. And let's see how else we're going. We're talking about somebody that you're emotionally connected to. It could be your kids, adult kids. It could be a love interest. It could be something. But a master manipulator is trying to mirror you, trying to mirror your compassion, Pisces, just so you know. Trying to mirror your compassion, but it's not coming out right, if that makes any sense. Like, you all are psychic, or you're wired, you have psychic abilities, right? So that's why you're picking up on someone's feeling sad. It's like emotionally they're just like not in the best place right now. But sources keeping you busy, sources keeping you showing compassion, and so I would say this: if you want to really really help them to come up out of a dark space, is keep your water intake full. Like, listen to water sounds at night, because when they turn on the water in their house, take a bath, a shower, or whatever, listen to certain songs, it's going to remind them of a good time with you, the compassion that you had, that you have for them. That's going to help them come up out of a dark space, to help them remind that. You'd be surprised at just the power of music, listening to water sounds. If you've ever said to them, hey, find your birth chart, pull your birth chart, listen to, find out what your moon sign is. And that's why I say it so much in my readings, because I want you all to pass that information on to loved ones. Like, pass the information on, because just like listening to certain music can invoke memories of when you broke up with somebody, it can also remind people of your good times with them as well. So, like, why wouldn't you want to be on the light side of things? And that's what Source is trying to help somebody do. It's just like, you have a lot of ideas, so keep your vibrations high, because what you don't want to do is vibrate on the frequency of a master manipulator. That is not the frequency you want to be on. Here we have the Four of Wands here. Yep, Four of Wands here. Some kind of homecoming is happening here. Here we have the Devil card, right? Somebody may be chained to something. They may be in a demonic contract, that they're trying to unchain themselves from. And you may have a shark, an emotional manipulator. So listening to vibration of sound of water is going to really, really help. It's going to really help them to come out of whatever they're involved in, right? If it's kids, if you have kids with somebody and they like listening to certain songs, like I don't even know what to begin with, like kid songs, but y'all know what I'm saying, like certain nursery rhymes or something like that. Keep that song in your heart, listening to it. That's something, and when you're singing it, just the vibration of sound in your voice is going out into the universe. It's going to remind you of something that's going to help them make some decisions and break chains. And stay in a posture of gratitude, Pisces. Stay in a posture of gratitude, because again, as you're putting a manhole cover over your past and leaving behind all those dark energies, you're closing a manhole cover is going to make sure it's airtight. There is no connection whatsoever. So if people want out of a dark space, they're going to have to go on the memories of the last water that you get. They're going to have to learn how to tap into, because it's something that they're trying to feed, right? And so you got people who are trying to duplicate your compassion, and it doesn't taste the same, right? Has nothing to do with your sexuality, has nothing to do with anything except your compassion. It's almost like, how sometimes parents are so busy running around and racing around trying to get to work and trying to get back home. They drop the kids off at grandparents' house, right? It's a healthy relationship with grandparents, and grandparents are not rushing them. They're like, hey, baby, go ahead and watch your cartoons. I'm sitting right here watching it with you. They may make them little sandwiches and stuff like that and have fun with them. They slowing down. It's something about your spirit is very compassionate, and people are picking up on your energy because they want to break demonic ties. A Capricorn could be involved in something. They want to break those demonic ties. And so their polarity sign is Cancer, and Cancer is the mother of the zodiac. Something about your energy is very nurturing, it's very compassionate. You can hear it in their voice when they're not telling you the truth about certain things. And so your soul is connected to them. And so they may be chained to lust. They may be chained to some kind of obsessions. They may be chained to, so they can be obsessively trying to create something, but they don't know that they're around the wrong toxic energies that they're trying to create around. So they could be saying, here's something to drink, or, if it's little kids, they could be feeding them the wrong kind of sugary snacks, and, they just bouncing off the walls and dehydrate. This is a lot of stuff going on. But your anxiety about a situation is going to be going away very soon, just so you know. You can't copy that. You can't copy compassion. Like, if you're not really a compassionate person, you can't, you know what I'm saying? And we're not talking about over nurturing, not spoiling somebody. We talking about you can't copy your compassion, your intuition, like how you pick up on things, right? So you're helping people to break a dark spell. That's what you're helping people to do. Break a dark spell. Your anxiety about a situation is going to be going away very, very soon. Very soon. It's going to be going away very, very soon. Yeah. Because their portal is opening. They're starting to be in receiving mode. They could be, if you're on social media, they could be watching you on their laptop. They could be like just remembering something about your energy. Like that portal is opening up wider and wider. And they're in receiving mode. Just memories of just how they're starting to now meticulously pay attention to not wanting to be attached to other people's drama. They don't want to be attached to that. They don't want that same spirit, that disingenuous spirit. And so they're trying to stop doing things. They're trying to, because something is just like turning somebody upside down on their head. Like they just feel like they're suspended in air. And how would you feel like you were hanging upside down? Your blood is rushing to your head, right? So they could be around some real dark energies, and they just don't like the way they feel. They just don't like the way it feels around certain energies. There's something about your compassion, and they don't want, look, this right here. Like I said, they could be watching you on their cell phone, their computer. They're watching everything you're doing, right? And so the anxiety for you, you're picking up on their spirit. Picking up on their spirit. So you're going to feel very fortunate very soon, right? So some unexpected news is coming across your path, and you're going to feel very fortunate about it. Yep. You're going to help somebody with a whole new lease on life. Yep. You're going to help somebody with you're going to feel like you have a whole new lease on life. Yep. Here we have the 4 of Pentacles. And if they didn't hear you before, it's not going to take them that long to hear that message this time, right? Of just like creating a life they need for themselves because of your compassion. I'm telling you, you can't fake that. You can't pretend. You cannot pretend. It comes across as very disingenuous when people try to mirror compassionate people. Yep. So somebody is tired of drinking. Somebody is tired of doing all kinds of stuff because they don't want to be connected. They don't want to create that kind of a life. Remember, water is shaped and guided by the earth that holds and surrounds us. So whoever they're around, physically, whoever they're around, they're not getting any compassion at all. They're just being manipulated left and right. So you're just thanking Source in advance. You're really their guardian angel. And somebody is your guardian angel watching over you. Yeah, somebody's a guardian angel watching over you. Telling you to hang in there. They may think they seem like things are being suspended in the air. They seem like they slow, but it's happening. Something is moving. That's why you're seeing this. Yeah, they get tired of all arguing. See this blood right here? They tired of something. And you got a lot of ancestors in their ear telling them you can leave all of that behind, right? Yep, they keep hearing stuff about your past. They keep hearing stuff about you. They keep hearing all this stuff. They just, like people are playing mind games with them as far as you're concerned. You couldn't create the life that you wanted. You're hostile. You don't have that much money. You working hard and you don't really have anything. They just list, all kinds of stuff, except your money is growing. Some new seeds. So you may have relocated or something, but your money is growing. Yep. So I feel like you and somebody will be creating a legacy together. That's what it is. It's like you and somebody are creating a very rich legacy together. Some new seeds are being planted, right? So yeah, you're going to feel very lucky. You and them, both of y'all going to feel, because it's a soul connection, right? You can't beat soul connections because you can't. It's almost like this, Pisces. It's almost like when loved ones transition and you feel like, man, I just wish I had another day. I just remember our talks. They just knew exactly what to say. They knew exactly what I was feeling. They just knew, right? The plan here, like I said, very mirroring energies, a very sinister plan to kind of sort of erase you. And this is happening for a lot of people. A lot of people are just starting to see in this particular cycle how rare they are. They only come around once in a blue moon. Something about your spirit and your compassion, whoever's watching, is rare. It comes once in a blue moon. And people are trying to break habits. They're trying to break their demonic bonds of fear. That's like, it's not just one demon, it's several demons, like fear, doubt, uncertainty, confusion. That's 4 demons right there. Demons are temptations. And on top of that, it could be alcoholism. It could be easily, people putting fear in their heart, whatever it is. But I feel like some kind of homecoming is happening here. And I feel also like somebody has new and exuberant love coming across their path. Here we have the 9 of Pentacles. Just like you're financially independent, you're going to teach other people how to be financially independent as well. So whoever's coming into your life in partnership in business and or in love, they are also financially independent. So that's something that you won't have to worry about. That's something you won't even have to worry about. So you got some good news. 2 pieces of good news coming across your path. New legacy being built. You have a guardian angel watching over you. Whoever is chained to their demons of fear, doubt, uncertainty from a master manipulator, a shark energy, you're grateful to Source that they awaken from whatever spell or trance they're in. That mind control. Here we have the 3 of Pentacles. Somebody's getting promoted at work. This is, again, to your compassion. This is to your compassion. You're getting promoted at work, and it's going to be the right team, right? Again, speaking to your legacy. Speaking to your legacy. So it's like your legacy and somebody else's legacy coming together. So, yeah, your legacy, you and somebody coming together. They're hardworking, you hardworking, right? Both of y'all building a legacy together. Y'all make an amazing team because, look, you got... that's why somebody's gonna feel like they have a whole new lease on life, right? Because you're hardworking, they're hardworking. The way y'all are coming to building your legacy is like different. This, remember, when you're talking about creating something, you are creating your legacy, they're creating their legacy, but you all are coming. This is a soul connection that you have, right? So it'd be like everybody's sitting at the table creating a legacy. There's no jealousy, there's no envy. You're not judging them based on how they make their money. Obviously, it's legal. And they're not judging you based on yours. And so you all are coming together as a team. Like, things just flow for you all in terms of what legacy you're creating. So yeah, some kind of homecoming is happening here. So you can start celebrating now. Whoever it is you've been praying for. Somebody's son. Yep, somebody's son. Or someone's child. It could be your son or daughter, but it could be like the sunshine. Like, you just feel like, okay, this is, I feel sunny, I feel joyful, I feel successful. So start meditating. 4 and 7 is 11. This is where you get off the fence, start praying, start meditating, start seeing that day happen. Just start seeing it. Remember, time is relative, so past, present, and future are all in one. Only thing that matters is right now. So it could happen as soon as, like, when I'm talking to people and they're like, oh, I wish I could meet somebody. I'm like, you just put it out in the universe. When you leave out that house, you can meet that person right at the grocery store. So make sure you're presentable. Well, I'm just running to the store getting something real quick. Okay, you just met your twin flame. You just met your soulmate. Talking about you, oh, I didn't have myself together. I'm telling y'all, that's how quickly stuff happens. But you have to make room to receive it. Whatever it is, you have to make room to receive it. It can't be any, well, I don't really know. I'm not. It means it's going to be next month. Is it going to be? It's the same thing with a leadership position. It's whenever you put out into the universe, make room to receive it. Let's see what else we got going on here, Pisces. Yeah, you got a lot of good news coming through. Leadership position, some kind of homecoming happening here. Somebody coming out of a really dark space because they're just starting to remember. Yeah, they're just starting to remember. Here we have 5, 7, 8. Yeah, they just starting to remember just how it was, just like being around your cool, calm, collected. It just feels like, for them, it feels like home. It feels like, I said, that's what homecoming. It just feels like, okay, this is what home should feel like. You can't duplicate this. You can't imitate this. Like, that's what somebody started. That's why you're thanking source in advance. It's like, no, this time for somebody, the relationship is going to be like really, really treasured and really valued the way it should have always been. Like, this is what you're going to know what sets you apart. Here we have the 6 of Cups here. So I see you moving on in childlike faith. Yep. Childlike faith. Your wishes are being fulfilled. I see you moving forward in childlike faith. That people are coming out of a dark space. That your love is lifting them to a higher frequency. That your compassion is lifting them to a higher frequency. Yep. And then they leave all that mess behind. And the mess will be people who don't believe them. People who don't believe in them. People who try to keep them levels below them to make them feel bad. In other words, wolves in sheep's clothing. Yep, here we have the 8 of Swords. So they don't feel like they're going crazy. You're going to help somebody do some mirror work too. You're going to help them do mirror work. Like, every day, this is going to be until they are disciplined. This is what you do. Who do you see when you look in the mirror? Okay, well, this is how you get to that. Like, you're walking that journey with them. Here we have the World card. Yep. So it's already been fulfilled. Source is just waiting on you. For real. Source is waiting on you for you to create room. Just create room for their presence in your life. Now, you're talking about being a leader. So it's saying that you got to lead the way. You got to initiate, making room for a loved one to return, be back in your space. So here we have the 2 of Cups here. Yeah. That's right. Get off the fence. Get off the fence of emotions. I'm so overwhelmed. I don't know when. When is it going to happen? It's going to happen when you create room. So that means you waiting on a homecoming for a loved one to come home. They should have a room ready. They should have space. If you don't have room, they should have something, a pallet, a couch, or something they can relax on, because they're gonna need your. They're gonna need your energy. They are going to need your. If it's a best friend, all of this. I don't have the room. I don't have the space. Make the room. You need to donate some stuff. Get some stuff out of your house, because somebody is tired of being around people who are trying to duplicate your compassion, and they're ready to leave. 7 of Wands. So I see you being able to defend your decision to move on, but they will all be able to defend their decision to move on from something without even coming across as defensive. They're going to finally just say, this isn't what I want. This is not what I want. And so you praying for them that they come through a situation unscathed, not, on some kind of dependency where they not thinking straight, like they lost their mind. You're praying for people. That's where the compassion comes in. All right, let's see what else we got. We're going to go ahead and close this out, Pisces. But yeah, a lot of major arcana is happening here. That they come home, they don't have any illnesses, that any demons that they've contracted from energies. Like, you are really believing. Somebody's prayer life has been increased. But yeah, but in the meantime, you got some, here we have, there's an Aries involved in something. There's an Aries involved in something. Let me see something. Yeah, somebody has a really dark spirit. Somebody has a really, really, really dark spirit. I mean, there's just like a very impulsive kind of energy, jump to conclusions, all of that. But somebody's going to say they don't want to be a part of something. Here we have this right here. They engage in black magic. They like to put spells on people through threatening people, through all kinds of stuff. Try to drive people crazy, just doing all kinds of stuff. Yeah, like I said, threatening people. Yep, but here we have Daughter of Knives, which lets me know that you are a person who will cut people off in a heartbeat. That's what let me know is that you're going to teach people how to use their sword of their power, their words, to cut people off. Like, I don't want to have anything to do with this. And I don't want to have anything to do with you. I'm not crazy. I'm not losing my mind. Like, that's what you're going to teach people how to do, be more authoritative and more structured. And so they can break dark spells. So when people are telling them, oh, you're not smart enough, you're not creative enough, you're not this enough, like you need more money to do so, you're going to teach them how to say, well, then I don't want to be a part of something. Even if they say, oh, you just a quitter, you're not going to be anything like so-and-so wasn't such and such. You're like, so what? I don't want to be a part of something. Yeah, that's what you're teaching people. Let's see what else we got. Let's see what else we have. Yeah, because you'll cut somebody off in a heartbeat. Here we have the 5 of baskets, because it's just causing somebody too much pain. It's just too toxic being around certain types of energies. And you get it. You understand completely. You understand. So remember, start thanking Source right now. I'm telling you, people have prayed for loved ones to return. They've come home within 24 hours. You pray for your soul. I mean, loved ones could be blood relatives. It can be friends. It could be somebody that you know is in a horrible marriage and they scared to leave. And you like, okay, so I'm praying for them. They told me this is a mess. You're getting all these downloads of the nightmares that they trying to wake up from. So yeah, you the type of spirit, you cut a person off in a heartbeat. Here we have the 6 of baskets, 6 of cups. Yeah, so that's the frequency that you're on. You moving in faith. You're not moving by fear. You're moving by faith. So yeah. So you and somebody, there's some kind of an initiation going on here. You and somebody are getting off the fence of your emotions and stepping into your light. That's the power of water. All those messages coming through. So every time they turn the bathtub on for water, drink water. Take a shower. Put clothes in the washing machine. Turn the washing machine on. Every time they put clothes in the dishes in the dishwasher and turn the dishwasher on. Water, water, water is going to remind them of how compassionate you are. 3 of coins. Yep. So, like I said, you're psychic energy anyway. You've already predicted something. It don't matter who they go see and who somebody try to predict something. Your predictions are what they're going to remember. They're going to remember if you told them that they're going to get a raise at work, they're going to remember that. If you told them years ago, I know what you're going through, I feel something that you're going through, they're going to remember that. They're starting to, and on top of that, you're inspiring them that if they have any predictions about something, that that's good, that you are tapped into that. Like that you're tapped into something. Here we have 9 of Knives here. Yeah, they're waking up from nightmares. Waking up from all kinds of nightmares. And so because somebody is the daughter or son of Knives, you're telling them, you're teaching them how to not invoke any more nightmares. Like, be careful of what your words have powers. Well, words can put spells on you. Until you listening, because your ear gate and eye gate. If you're talking a bunch of negativity, then guess what's going to come back? So you're teaching people how to, here's the 10 of Sticks, not to care 10 of Wands, but you're teaching people how to be booked and busy, use their fire for good, be motivated by something to create something that like positive. But because somebody's creating something negative, that's the frequency that they're on. So they're creating a bunch of negative music on a lower frequency, negative writing on a lower, they're on that dark frequency. And everything has a place, but you got to be able to know how to come out of that too. Right? It's like reading a lot of horror novels and then talking about you having nightmares. Of course, because that's the frequency that you're on. Right? But if you're talking about just positive, not that not being realistic, but you're helping people to not carry other people's burdens and their bitterness. Y'all know what I'm saying? Like, you listening to certain songs and you listening to stuff, you start feeling some kind of way. Like, some songs you listen to, you feel like you can work out for an hour. Some songs you like, okay, I need to lay in the bed and stay asleep, right? It's invoking a spirit. Here we have 6 of Knives here. So people are just moving through a rite of passage. Just like you move through a rite of passage. It's like you move through a rite of passage. Yeah. But people will capitalize off of negative. Like, y'all look at stuff on social media now. Let somebody be going through a breakup or a divorce or something. They getting all kinds of comments and people pretend like they baby psychologists and all kinds. But let somebody talk about they getting married. Somebody will put a negative comment. Yeah, let's see how long this gonna last. Just negative. So yeah, so somebody's been putting dark spells on people. Somebody's been putting dark spells on people. And like I said, they could have, it's a man, master manipulator, who has been trying to mirror your energy. So whether you're a man or woman in the same sex or opposite sex relationship, but somebody has been trying to mirror your energy, putting a lot of negative energy out there, basically trying to replace your compassion. So if you're a woman, it's a man that's trying to erase you. It's trying to replace your compassion, like be mom and dad, that kind of energy. If it's somebody's husband, let's say you have a daughter and it's somebody's husband, they're trying to basically tell people they need to bow down to them. You don't need a mother. You just a little girl. You know, like trying to say that kind of stuff. Or even if it's a young man, and the father is just very toxic relationship, basically like, oh, you need to man up, when they not even acting like a man. Who would try to erase, nurturing care from people? They just vain and vengeful and green with envy. Making everything come too easy for some people. Trying to keep people levels below. What I say? Leviathan spirit. They like to keep people as their property. So it's time to expand your brand. And so somebody has a demon of pride. The spy is now turned on. But your well of joy is within you. Heart chakra cleanse. Love up on yourselves more. The answers you seek are coming. Your ancestors are very proud of you. But check your request list again. But treat yourselves to a spa day. And trust your first mind. Make room for a new blessing. That's what I said. Make room for a new blessing. I'm telling you, somebody's coming home. Somebody is coming home to you, Pisces. Somebody is coming home to you, just so you know. And things are going to be very different this time. Because your compassion, you're not saying, I told you so. None of that stuff. You get it. You understand that some people treat people like their possession, like they own people. And because somebody couldn't own you, they try to treat anybody connected to you like they're their own, like their slave, basically. I don't even want to get dark as what, I mean, what's coming to my spirit, but I'm gonna leave it off of social media. But it's real dark. It's real dark. You're dealing with a prideful, envious spirit. They treat everybody like they're their possession. So always bet on you. But see, hey, somebody really misses you. Yep, they apologize for hurting you. But see, that's what you accept the apology because they weren't in their right mind. They were being coerced, threatened, all kinds of stuff. So, no, they're trying not to carry that burden, but they're starting to see just how compassionate you were, and now they're starting to see how envious this wolf in sheep's clothing is. Two wolves in sheep's clothing. But listen to your intuition. Listen to your intuition. You are an answered prayer. Somebody is not happy without you, and you are who they prayed for. That's right. You are who they prayed for. You have the gift of premonition. That's forewarning. So let's let you know that when you're in the company, while somebody has a new and exuberant love coming across your path, when you're in the company of people who like to treat people like their possessions, y'all need to get up from the table. If they treat their kids, their spouse, they hold on to this is all they about this material world, get up from the table, Pisces. Stop just going along with the flow. You belong to me, you mine. My ex, they ask him, what happened between you and your ex? Start asking questions. Stop just going along with the flow. Because you have the gift of premonition. And those types of energies love to keep people on medication. They like to keep people drinking. They like to keep people. They like the fact that you go along with the flow, especially if it's toxic. But when you wake up out of that, like if you ever stop, like let's say you were on some kind of prescribed medication for depression or something like that, and you're no longer on it, and the scales have been removed from your eyes, they are livid. So anything that they feel like, or maybe used to drink or whatever, they are livid because they can't treat you like their possession anymore. So if they can connect you to something that you're emotionally tied to trying to use something to control you. But see, you put a manhole cover over the past, and you're like, okay, I know how to pray. You know how to go around their energy. That's God in you. That's what's setting you apart from everybody else. So make room for whoever it is you've been praying for. Message from your ancestors. Here we have first red flag, pray and meditate. But keep on moving forward. You have the gift of precognition. For somebody, it's time to start dating again, but you're closing out the cycle in love. Yep. These types of energies are dangerous to themselves, not to you, Pisces. I don't even see you being scared of them. As a matter of fact, when a homecoming occurs and whoever you love is coming back home, Pisces, let this energy try to knock on your door and see what happens. They're going to be met by the police. Individuality. Every person has their own personalized study plan in this earth school. And here's the thing. Because you're going to start increasing your water intake and listening to more water and connecting with them, and they're going to start remembering every time they turn on water, it's connecting you to them in some way, shape, form, or fashion. That water, they want to be in calmer waters. Remember, water is shaped and guided by the earth that holds and surrounds it. They want to be around calmer spirits. There's nobody they can sleep with that's going to make them feel like that unless they with their soulmate / twin flame. That's what you're starting to understand, is that they don't want to be around people who burn them out, stress them out, do all kinds of stuff. So, yeah, they're starting to understand what a twin flame and a soulmate means. Soulmate is not romantic. It's not always romantic. But they're starting to get it. They're starting to get it. So keep doing what you're doing, Pisces. Continue, because somebody's under a dark spell, and an energy that thought that they can put you under a dark spell is livid. So, okay. So, yeah, what do you need to release? No more icy spirit as it relates to people who are under spells. Please. No icy spirits. That's the last thing they need. For you to be frozen hearted. knowing that people are under a dark spell. They don't need to hear I told you so. You need to go straight into prayer mode for them. Here we have joy. I was created for a purpose. Great things happen to me each day. My very presence is a blessing. I believe in myself. Joy is a choice, and I choose joy. Greater is coming. I am enough. That's right. Yeah, because in wolves in sheep's clothing, they'll somehow, if they get bold enough and crazy enough, they'll try to call you. You be like, yes. And what? You not the one, for real. You are not the one. Let them try that craziness with you. You be filing restraining orders. The police will be called. You don't care who they connected to, and you don't care who they know, because you know God. Here we have love. I am loving, harmonious, happy, and free. And this is the problem. That some of your people from your past, they can't help. It's just sending some people into a tizzy. I am grateful that some form of kindness shows up in my life every day. I am nurturing relationships without conditions. And this is what people remember. There's no strings attached. You love people just because you love people. You nurturing and compassionate just because you're nurturing and compassionate. I'm talking to men and women, by the way. Pisces. No strings attached. You're a lot of fun to be around. You funny. All of those things. And that's what people are starting to remember. So yes, make room. Make room for them. Because they don't want to be around all that mess. Here we have 14. You are open-minded and always up to try something new, yet you're wise enough to stop and think before you jump into things. This pragmatic approach helps ensure your time, attention, and efforts are meaningful. That's right. So it's a pivotal point in your life. 1 and 4 is 5. You're pivoting forward, meaning that you're increasing your knowledge and wisdom. You're creating space for harmonious relationships in your life. So that's part of your prayer. Thank you, Source, that whoever you're praying for, that they return unscathed mentally and physically, that they are in their right mind, that they don't have any dependencies, none of those things that they woke up from a nightmare and said, you know what, I can release all of this. I need to be around some compassionate people. I don't even want to be around these cutthroat, toxic, do anything for money type of spirits. I don't even want to be around that. So let's see. Yep, Oracle. So spirits of other worlds, tell me tales of the unknown. Tell me tales of the forbidden. That's right. Tell me tales of forbidden. Yep. So just be prepared when you ask Source for clarity, what Source is going to show you, because what I'm seeing in the cards is pretty dark. I'm just trying to keep it light on social media. But when people see people as their possession, they'll treat them like anything. Literally treat them like anything. So yeah, you're dealing with a demonic bond here. Here we have abundance. That's right, abundance. So you have an abundance of creativity, abundance of sources. Will make sure you have an abundance of resources in terms of wealth coming across your path, to make sure that you have the room, the space in your heart and physical energy to help people with things. So that's what I'm saying. And on top of that, with all the other good news, that's why I said somebody in a leadership position, your money is actually increasing. I see your money growing. So this is going to make sure you have everything you need to get yourself prepared for energies to help people. That's what I have for you. Thank you for joining me, Pisces. Again, this is a bonus video. Your other video will go up on normal schedule, but this is what I have for you. But yeah, you're going to be helping some people break a dark spell. So that's you right there. 6 of 9. Just like you moved on from some energies, some other energies will move on from, they waking up from a nightmare now. And so you're going to teach them how to cut people off just like that. The cutoff game is going to be strong by the time you get finished, Pisces. You can be like, oh, no. Cut them off with the quickness. They talking that negative mess, negative spell, cut them off. That's what I have for you, Pisces. Thank you for joining me. Get ready to be booked and busy and not holding on to other people's burdens, because you don't want to take that stress into, if you're desire to be in a new romantic relationship. If you don't, then that's cool too. But you don't want to have that bitterness during a homecoming. You don't want that bitterness. You want to flush all that toxicity out. That's what I have for you. I'll see you in the next reading. Bye.